In this video, I'm going to explain to you some of the critical red flags around the Lithosphere ecosystem's plan to burn 2.5 trillion Terra Luna Classic. This is something you don't want to miss out on because this took a couple hours to research. So let's get into it. First off, they announced a Medium article earlier today talking about their plan and roadmap to implement and burn 2.5 trillion Terra Luna Classic. And within this article, there's a couple red flags. The first one that I really want to point out to you guys can be seen right here. So as you guys can see, they currently only have right above me 226 followers. I'm not saying this to follower shame anybody. I don't believe in doing that. However, when there is a project of this scale or what claims to be this scale, you would expect to see a lot more activity, a lot more followers, a lot more people involved with the ecosystem, which we're just not seeing right here. The second major red flag that I saw is within their announcement, their plan for Q4 2022. You can see that they have right here line item number 3, Terra Classic Dev / Terra Rebels co-announcements. Now this would make you think they must have something planned. If they're going to talk about doing a co-announcement with the Terra Rebels, there must be something that's upcoming. That's where you would be confused, just like I was. If we hop over to Twitter, we can see Rex right here. Rex is an admin who also deals with marketing for Terra Rebels, so part of the Terra Rebels team. If we scroll down, Rex posted saying, I'm not sure why this group ended up deciding to throw the Terra Rebels name into their Medium article, but not such agreement between us and Lithosphere was established. We have never agreed to any announcements. We are not affiliated with this company in any manner. That's really important to highlight, because if they actually had communicated with the Terra Rebels and determined the plan, Rex would be one who would know that there would be a co-announcement plan coming up because he deals with marketing. That'd be right in his realm. However, the fact that they're saying a co-announcement with the Terra Rebels before that's determined with them, that's a big red flag. The next major red flag is that 2.5 trillion Terra Luna Classic. That is roughly $700 million at the time of recording this video, which is a massive amount for any ecosystem to try and burn. And so you might be thinking that Litho must be massive to be able to actually pull this off. However, when you look at CoinGecko, and to be fair to them, CoinGecko does get some information wrong. So it's possible they got more information wrong here, but it shows the max supply right here. If we end up combining that and multiplying it by the price, we get roughly $1.5 million, as you can see right behind me right here, is the total fully diluted market cap based on the max supply. And CoinGecko doesn't have information for circulating supply or market cap currently, and where they do get something wrong, and this is to the credit of the team trying to defend them there and play both sides, 24-hour trading volume shows us $500. However, if we scroll down here, we can see that on MEXC, the trading volume in the past 24 hours was over 200,000. So there's definitely a lot more trading volume than what this shows, but still, $200,000 of trading volume, that's going to definitely be a smaller ecosystem. Even if we give them the benefit of the doubt to the factor of 10, that's still a smaller ecosystem. To be able to burn $700 million, this would need to be a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem, in my opinion. So then we start following the steps and dig a little bit deeper as to what's going on with the website here. So you start digging into the website. It looks like a nice put together website. You can actually see right here, you get the currency on MEXC. That's that exchange I just showed you guys. If we go back over the home page, nice website. And the thing I really want to highlight right here at the bottom is this press section. They put this up here, and I see this a lot with a lot of crypto organizations, is that they put up a press section to try and show off and add some credibility to their project. They'll put names, as you can see right here, Bloomberg, Forbes, Business Insider, PC Mag, AP right above me. So there's a couple of these options in here that are big news sources that have a sense of credibility to them. However, once you go over to the AP news story, things get pretty shaky pretty quick. So first off, we can see that the title of this article is that they launch a $145 million developer grant program. That's a massive amount of money to spend as a developer grant. That's very rarely seen in the ecosystem, but okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt there. The next major thing, as you can see right here, this is a press release, paid content from KISS PR, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, I want to highlight something even scarier at the bottom. So if we go down to the bottom right here, they have a bunch of contact information, which is great. Tried reaching this phone number, it's totally disconnected, not available. Okay, maybe they switched phone numbers, give them the benefit of the doubt there, right? When we actually look at their address, we copy this address that they have listed right here. It says that they're in Seattle, Washington. We come up here, do a quick Google search. We come up and see that this goes to a mail address, a generic mailing station, little store address right here. This is nothing big, corporate center or anything like that. Okay, let's not shame on that. Maybe there was a mistake here. we can actually go to the Washington state, because again, they claim to be in Seattle, Washington, and look at the business filings. We can actually see one right here for Kaj Labs by Joel, and we're going to get back to Joel later, but Joel is a founding member. So we can click on this, see their address, and see, yep, this is the exact same address as we just did the search for right here that they had listed. So this is a correct address. And they also have another address right here that is another one of these interesting mail station PO box type setups. Now, normally if I looked at this, I would see, hey, this was formed and registered in 2017. So, hey, maybe this was just back when they got started. They registered to a PO box. They got a lot of funding because clearly they're doing a story saying they had $145 million for a developer grant. So maybe they got a lot of funding, got an office and changed that. But the fact that if we go back over this AP article, well, if we look at the date that this was released, this was back in July of this year. So we're talking years after this originally got formed. So it's not like they just had this backhand way back in the logs and they've updated and moved on. This was an article that came out recently where they put that information in. So you might be wondering, what is KISS PR? Well, KISS PR is actually a paid service where you can go in here and they will do a number of press releases based on how much you pay. And this is something important to highlight because they'll actually get your article into a lot of major news organizations. Another example that we can click on if we go back over here we go, the Business Insider article. If we click on this one as another example, we can see this is a press release from PR Newswire. And so basically what happens here is you pay these news companies to be able to show off your press release. And so it's not vetted by a journalist. There's none of those standards that go into it that you'd normally have with a Business Insider article. It's mainly done as a press release method. And so this is a sneaky way that they can get a sense of credibility because you see these big names and assume, hey, they're being covered. This is a great article. It's very optimistic. Like this one saying that they're launching a blockchain to rival Ethereum. That would be a massive news story, but this is a press release. But okay, let's just say again, maybe they're doing a press release. It's a little bit unclear. Maybe they're fudging the lines a little bit, but let's give them benefit of the doubt yet again. We go over here and we look into the team. We can see right away we have some major red flags yet again. First off, we have 3 people, no pictures. 2 of these people don't have last names listed. One of them does have a last name, they're blockchain developer right here. But when I actually went to look them up on LinkedIn, I'll post a picture of that right up here. There were 3 people that came up with that name. None of the 3 which would match a blockchain developer. So maybe I just didn't find them anywhere on the internet and it just didn't come up for me, or maybe there's not someone there. I don't know. But what I do know is that we have our boy right here, Joel. You have a picture, you have a full name, and we can actually click on him and pull up some more information. We can see some information about Joel. The thing I want to highlight right here for you guys is in 2018, apparently Joel was named as the go-to industry insider for mobile apps by the Business Journal. Well, that sounds pretty intense, pretty credible, right? However, if we actually click on what this article states, it's blurring the lines in my opinion a little bit. It's the go-to apps of industry insiders. And this is Joel giving his opinion about his favorite app back in 2017. And so personally, I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch to say that he's named as the go-to industry insider for mobile apps. That seems a little bit extreme when they were asking him about what his go-to mobile apps are as an industry insider. Again, let's chalk it up, benefit of the doubt to them. Now, this next point you really don't want to miss, but I'm going to give it to you after this quick announcement. I interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you guys this breaking news. According to YouTube, roughly 80% of you don't have your notification bells turned on. You don't want to miss another awesome video like this. And while you're busy turning on your notification bells, why don't you guys also subscribe? According to YouTube, over 91% of you are not subscribed. Now that you did that, let's get back to the video. Okay, so there's this great tool called Socialblade where you can actually check and see for people's follower accounts, and this helps you spot suspicious follower activity. So we can see for their account, they end up losing followers, barely gaining followers for quite a few months, and then suddenly you get a massive spike up, 12,400 new followers followed by another 13,000 for a combined follower growth of 25,000 followers in 2 weeks after a long time of flatline. This is very abnormal, so I decided to look further. What could have caused this? So this is from the time period of June 20th until July 4th. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we start in May 30th and we instantly jump to June 23rd. And then the next post after that, we can see right here, we have a release from them talking about the game that's releasing on their ecosystem. Now, what's interesting about this is you guys can see there's about 60,000 views on this video, yet you have about 50,000 retweets, 30,000 likes. That's an enormously high like and retweet ratio that you just wouldn't see, especially without a call to action or anything like that happening here. So decided to look what's actually going on here because they also got 6,000 comments. So what's happening? Well, when we start looking at the comments, we can see an interesting trend. And there's this thing that we're going to get back to in just a second, a screenshot, which I find very fascinating. But you can see a trend. Good project, ... People tag, hashtag BSC, hashtag giveaway, hashtag airdrop, hashtag NFT. Same thing from this person, same thing again, same thing again. And we can just keep scrolling here for a second. You're going to see a continuous trend. Again, a good project. A lot of these comments tend to follow a very similar trend. Good project, again, with the exact same tags. And this is what you would call questionable behavior, especially without something saying comment Lunc army and tag 3 friends, something like that. That's something that you expect to see a lot of similar comments for. But this, as you can see, there's no call to action. There's nothing like that. So this is abnormal. Someone actually commented with a screenshot here, which kind of confirms what I'm suspecting, that they end up showing a screenshot showing the follower count, says done 2,500, something about please, something the team, okay, and then a link to a blockchain scan. And so this doesn't take a genius to decipher, assuming that this is real, and I'm not able to verify that it is real, so take it with a grain of salt. And I think this is really important to highlight, because when you go to Twitter and you see something with over 100,000 followers, you're going to think this is legit. There's a lot of engagement. There's a lot of stuff going on here. But in reality, a lot of this is not quite what it seems, potentially. And so for me personally, if there's 1 or 2 of these coincidences, I'd be fine getting into a project. However, with so many of these red flags, personally, I'm going to stay away from it. And I would definitely welcome Joel and the team, if they are out there, to come on and explain a lot of these things and explain some things I just couldn't cover because there's so much interesting and questionable things going on out there. This video would be well over an hour long if I covered it all. So if you guys did get some value out of this, please be sure to subscribe, as this took quite a bit of research and quite a bit of investigating to really look into what's going on behind the scenes here. I would definitely appreciate it.